Hello and welcome to the show. SMPTE ST2117-1, informally known as VC-6, is a video coding format aimed at high quality compression. And we're joined today by Matt Hughes, VP Global Sales with video compression solutions provider V-Nova, to discuss the new SMPTE VC-6 standard and its applicable use cases, including a recent collaboration with the World Health Organization.
Yeah, welcome to the show, Matt.
Hello, how are you guys doing?
Yeah, we're good, thanks. Thanks for joining us. So you recently announced that VC-6 video codec has now been fully ratified and published by SMPTE. Can you tell us a little bit more about it?
Yeah, it's an interesting kind of story with VC-6. It started off as Perseus. Some people know Perseus back in the day, and one of the versions of Perseus that V-Nova originally brought to the market. And it's a mezzanine codec basically. So it's based on upscaling and downscaling and transformations that are a bit different than your normal codec out in the market today. It's not DTC based, not Wavelet. If those of you know what Wavelet is, which is something like JPEG 2000, but it's a new approach to compression, and it's fully developed by V-Nova, and it's a hierarchical codec, which means it's a stack. So if you think of a reverse pyramid, which I'll explain a little bit more about as we go forward, is kind of how the codec works.
So application-wise, obviously, you know, you're going to develop something that has a wide range of applications. What uses are people going to be putting this to?
So we found this in the world of contribution, so live contribution, site-to-site operations, and also on the mezzanine codec level. So specifically along the lines of cloud and AI. So our massive go-to-market right now is along cloud and AI, being an enabler for a massively more efficient and faster codec with lower overheads in orders of magnitude to the current solutions that are out there today. So AI indexing is an example of this, where we're up to 10 times faster than other incumbent mezzanine codecs. So if you think of something like ProRes, that's out there today. It's very important that we were able to offer something to our clients that address this, but then inherently also had parts of AI exposed within the codec as well.
What makes one codec faster than another, Matt?
It depends. I mean, it's the whole around the processing speed. So before, where you had the way that if you think of the way that our codec works, you have a transmit the tip of a pyramid for inside of a camera. So the camera at the bottom of that pyramid, you have the lower resolution, the lower bit rate, the lower part of that. You transmit the differential data for each layer on top of that using 2117 or VC-6. And that transmission does a differential data for the full quality. So the full quality then gets put back to wherever it's going, whether it's video in the instance of live video. And then that's those areas of that codec are then represented as the full image when it gets put back together.
With AI being so important today, it's a major part of big broadcast and learning what's what. Is that what's making this codec unique? This is what's a big selling point for you?
It is, yeah, it has been. It's been very popular to make this point well known about VC-6. If you think of it as cloud AI, implementation of cloud AI of on-premise video. It's the AI accelerator for video for this codec. So if you think of it that way, that's our primary focus as a company. The secondary focus around that as a codec itself is on the professional video side, contribution, production, file-based workflows, raw, and imaging and ad tech. Those are all of those areas above are where we want to focus on those large service providers who are looking at AI for a solution.
Now, we mentioned at the start of the show, you recently supported the World Health Organization with high quality video collaboration between sites. Can you tell us a bit about that project?
Yeah, we did. So VC6 is included on our encoder, which is called P-Link, and P-Link offers the ability to have 8-channel site-to-site links, video links, which can be any direction, bi-directional. So you can have 6 camera feeds going one way, another 2 camera feeds going the other direction, and so it's an encoder and decoder. But VC6 is key to that. So what we're doing with VC6 on the P-Link encoder is, for specifically for the WHO, is they have a number of sites that they needed to link. So they have Copenhagen, Washington, D.C., Geneva, and then also the other World Health Organizations around the globe. So what they did was to have collaborative video for all of their live COVID updates that we're doing, which many of us have seen from the WHO. That was transmitted from site to site with P-Link, which was powered by VC6. VC6 was key to this because when they started using things like graphics and they started using animation within their explanation, and they wanted to make sure that it was very low latency. So the time that they would actually have, a question and an answer period, or they would have to have collaborative conversations between the different areas, they needed to have that with little or no latency between the sites. So it's very important that this type of technology worked well for them. So what we did was when we went into lockdown as V-Nova, I said, we had these demo units that, one day we were taking them out around the globe to do demos. The next moment, everything was shut down. Everything was closed. So we couldn't fly anywhere. We couldn't go anywhere. So I said, we need to put these to use. So I took some of our demo units and I offered them to the WHO. I think immediately that day, Andy Pattison got back to me and he said, Matt, he said, yeah, of course. He said, we'll take these. So he took them on board. We got them set up probably in a couple of days. Their whole team was up and running VC6 on the P-Link for their site-to-site links, and they started using them straight away. And they were using very basic GOP-based structure type of workflows for their streaming, and this just sped up their process. The video quality was much better. If you look at some of the videos that they're doing now, it's amazing. They've got very good quality at the WHO of video, and that's purely because of VC6.
Thank you very much. So, Matt, finally, it's all been very interesting, but before we let you go, we're an industry about people and relationships, and we've been asking all our guests to tell us something about themselves that we, or maybe even your colleagues at V-Nova, don't already know about you. So what can you tell us? Well,
it kind of sticks out as a sore thumb. I'm a gardener. And since lockdown, since lockdown, I've grown tomatoes. I've grown cucumbers. I just had pumpkins for Halloween. There's an American tradition. Being in the UK for 20 years, I grow my own pumpkins. So I've got an allotment that I have that I take care of. Try to take care of every few days. On the weekends, I'm down there all the time. I've turned into a much older man, I think, by going down to the allotment. But it's my escape. It's been brilliant. But I love it. Yeah, so I think a lot of people know that about me. Yeah, it's been brilliant. So I recommend it for anyone.
Yeah,
absolutely. I'll give it a go. I'll watch out for the bad back though. So brilliant. Thanks for watching today, and thanks to Matt from V-Nova for coming on the show and telling us all about his gardening secrets. To see all of our video interviews and kit reviews, then head over to KitPlus TV, which is brought to you with the support of Mediaproxy, and you can find out more about them at mediaproxy.com. Thanks again.